Hi everybody, thanks for watching this video with me today. My name's David, this channel is Damar's Coaching, and I've made this video for a lot of you guys asking for this. And let me know if this is what you're asking for. I kind of came up with a little guideline on how to have relationships, how to approach relationships, what a healthy relationship consists of and requires. This is after many, many years of studying toxic people, people with personality disorders, and abuse and exploit others. So I've been coaching people for about 8 years that have been suffering from these kinds of relationships. And by helping people heal from them, I've learned quite a bit about relationships. This by no means is covering all of it. Some of it is all I'll say. It's covering some of it. So it shouldn't be a very long video. There's several points that I'm going to touch on and kind of explain a little bit. And I think by going over this in this video, I hope that you guys can see where a lot of your relationships have gone wrong. Maybe help you learn. Maybe this video right here will help you learn quite a bit about your relationships and how to have better ones. That's the goal, right? Okay, a lot of people think that my specialty is personality disorders. Not at all. I don't help people with them. I don't need to know anything about them. I've learned about them by helping people recover from these relationships to have better ones. Okay, so let's get started. Now, first thing is we have to be very conscious and be very aware of when we're entering new relationships. I know a lot of you guys with our anxious attachment styles and a little bit of neglect here and there growing up, that sometimes we enter relationships not realizing that we're in one. We think we're committed in a committed relationship, and then we find out later we're not. These kinds of things, okay? So, most important is to know what you want, okay? Very, very important. I know a lot of you guys go out and date when maybe you're not ready. So you say, oh, I'm just having fun, just kind of light dating. But you have no problem just committing right to someone right away in a long-term relationship when you said that that's not what you wanted. Or we want a short-term relationship and we start dating somebody who's looking for long-term. We may not tell them we just want short-term. And then we kind of like, well, what if I meet someone I really like? Well, that's not, no. You said you don't want a long-term relationship right now. And we have to be honest up front because there's plenty of other people out there that are looking for short-term things as well. So a relationship, just three things it definitely requires to have a healthy, functional relationship. And we have to be careful with these 3 things as well. But agreeability is something that we learn very young in age. And that's why people that you've dated probably aren't very agreeable. Never learned it. They've had a hell of a time in their life if you can't be agreeable. Most of our problems is that we're too agreeable, aren't we? We agree when we don't. We go against how we feel and say, sure. When it's uncomfortable and past our boundaries, we say, it's okay. It's all right. Yeah? So stop doing that. Stop. Only agree if you agree. Take your time. Think about it. Go by how you feel. Talk to somebody. I think relationship requires compromise. Yeah. I think, commitments take up space and time in your life. And sometimes we have, so many commitments we can't add another one. We don't have enough space and time. Some of you have experienced this. A lot of women have dated men that don't have any extra space and time, but they, no problem, get you in there to just get what they want. And then, oh, hey, I'm busy. I got a life. I got friends. Okay, well, you got no time for me. You want to wait around for it? Or you want him to drop a commitment or 2 to be in your life, right? Take some compromise. But we never compromise our values. I'll get to that. I think a relationship requires some sacrifice. I think by sacrificing, it makes the other partner more willing to reciprocate. Isn't it nice when both of you are willing to sacrifice for the better good of the relationship? Yeah. We just have to be careful what we're sacrificing if it's too much and we let somebody else have the entire power of the relationship. What if you sacrifice and I don't? Never. I don't agree much. Don't compromise much, but you just keep sacrificing. That's the best way for me to have complete control over you. We don't sacrifice ourself, our health, our safety, or other relationships. Okay? Now, first thing is we got to heal from our past relationships. Don't take that into the next one. Okay? We're not going to go out dating because we miss our girlfriend, miss our boyfriend, or we're horny. I mean, if that's what you want, then go out and say it. I'm just trying to get laid. Yeah, I just missed my girlfriend, my ex, I missed my boyfriend. Otherwise, you're being deceptive and manipulative. And it won't feel good if that's not something that you value. If you're against that. Okay? Self-awareness, keen. So great self-awareness comes from failed relationships and mistakes. So we have a relationship, we heal from it so we feel better about it, not taking it to the next one. But we're learning quite a bit. Hopefully we can introspect and we can figure out what went wrong. And it's easier to do that when two people communicate and are mature and give each other closure, right? So if we don't have these kinds of relationships, it's harder and harder to learn. We need to know how to make problems easier or fix them or make them better. We need to start learning what we like and don't like. That's the point of dating, isn't it? Finding out what I like and don't like. Okay. Self-awareness. You have to, if you want to have a functional, loving relationship, you got to know who you are, okay, to some degree, yeah? You better know what your emotional needs are. You better know what you want. You better know what you value. And you better be pretty good in touch with your feelings and be pretty solid in beliefs would help, okay? So what do you want? If you approach relationships like this will really help. I promise. You guys will see this. And if anybody knows this already, let me know what you think or tries this. Come back and tell me. But you need to know if you want a short-term relationship or a long-term relationship and really figure that out. That's self-awareness. What do I want? When I make new friends, I hope that they're my friends for life. And then I'm more careful about who I let in my life in the first place. So what do I want? You'll see other people and you'll be able to, they'll show it pretty soon. You know, we look for red flags and signs and stuff like this, get to know who someone is. You'll start to see if they want a short-term or long-term relationship. It's about people that attach fast, quick, jump into relationships, stuff like this, right? They'll start texting you every day. They want to date you right away. They want to have sex with you right away. They want to introduce you to their children. They want to meet your family, your children. They want to sleep at your house right away. You come over to their house right away. We start talking about the future and plans and talking about our toxic relationships that we haven't healed from yet. Ooh, danger. We're doing it again, guys. Yeah? So, do you want a short-term or do you want a long-term relationship? If you want to have a short-term relationship, go have fun. Go on dating sites. If you want to have a long-term relationship, then tell people that. And look for others that want long-term relationships. People that want long-term relationships don't need to rush and jump right into it, okay? All right. Number 2, values must match. A lot of this stuff I go over in my other videos, so I'm not going to go, I'm almost done. A couple more minutes. Write down, figure out what morals you value, and then realize that someone's not allowed into your life unless they value them too. And I don't care what people say. We want to show it. They got to say it and do it. Same. And that takes time. Time. We have been manipulated because we have been vulnerable, and the people that have manipulated us have been influential. We've been easily influenced. So take your time, long term, go slow. I want to see that you value honesty and integrity and respect for everybody and self-respect for yourself and loyalty and acceptance and stuff like this, agreeable, that you have compassion and remorse and regret. How are you going to know those things going on a date or two? It's just too easy to manipulate you, okay? Number 3, we make a commitment and it must be conscious. Hey, we're friends, right? Friends forever, right? Hey, we're dating now, right? We're boyfriend, girlfriend. We have to do this. Like I said before, a lot of you guys have that anxious, nervous attachment style. Don't really know what we are. Someone will go cheat on you and say, oh no, we weren't dating. Oh, now we're dating though, okay? Gotcha. So commitments must be a conscious thing that we both speak of, agree on, and say it. committed to. Yes, nobody else. I'm not having sex with anybody else. I'm not dating anybody else. There is going to be nobody else. I want only you from now on. Something like that, guys. Then this is where our needs are met. Most important thing in your life, most important thing in their life. So needs must be met for both. And this is where the problems in every relationship will always be. Always. Say we have 10 emotional needs. A couple comes to me with a problem. I know at least one of them aren't being met for at least one of them. Probably a few. And as the relationship continues, usually these all go away. And this is what causes stress. If you have stress in a relationship, there's a problem. And that means that one of your needs aren't being met, at least. If the relationship is extremely comfortable and great, probably have all your needs met. Because this is the biggest source for both comfort and stress. Right? Number 5, reciprocation. If we sacrifice, it makes the other person willing to reciprocate. But be careful what you sacrifice. Be careful what you're reciprocating. It's not tit for tat, okay? But you can't just call me up for a ride and then I drop you off after the ride and we're done. And then you just call me up for a ride and that's all we're doing. That's transactional and you have the power. All of it. It's not a power struggle. We shouldn't be like that. We're working together, trying to be aware of what's happening, aware of where the power is going. We both want to share it. We both want to be equally reciprocated. Number 6, terms. Almost done. Terms. Relationships all must have terms. The ones that don't are in trouble. All relationships must have terms. They must be spoken about, and both people must agree on them or it cannot continue. Terms are limits. I told you guys a couple of my terms that I have. If we break up, it's forever. We're not getting back together. It's not a thing we do. It's not a phase. It's not a weekend thing. It's not a fight. It's not, we don't break up. It's not an option. Once I start seeing that it's an option for you, here it is. Take it. We don't use it as a threat. Right? I'll break up with you. I'll leave. I'll never talk to you. None of that stuff. Oh, let's just break up then. Okay. Well, I guess we should just break up. Sounds like it's over. My only answer to that would be, yep, you're right. That's it. So you don't threaten to break up. You don't threaten to leave me. It can't be an option. And if you do, it's over forever. Just a couple terms. And repercussions, last thing. Repercussions. If these are limits, what do we do if you break my terms? I'm all about giving someone a second chance, not 5. Especially for this. You crossed my limits. I've already told you, you agreed, and you crossed them. Then I tell you, and you say, okay, and you won't do it again, and you do it again. And then I tell you, and then you do it again. And how many times? We need to know these things. If you could just know these things before your next relationship, I guarantee you have like at least 50% higher chance of this relationship working out than all your other ones. If you just know these things, okay? Know everything and be in touch with how we feel. I'll leave you with one last thing. We need to be very careful how we feel about someone and the difference of how someone makes us feel is different. Is different. This is how a psychopath gets into your life. Being nice and charming and helping everybody and does some weird little things that just makes you feel really like off-putting. But but he's so nice. He's so generous. No, pay attention to how it makes you feel. Way more important than what you think or feel about somebody. Well, I really like them. But they make me kind of feel like a little scared, a little nervous, a little weird, a little sick, noxious, kind of what's going on. No, pay attention to that. Bring it up. Because the only way any of this works is communication. That's it, guys. Let me know, because all the people out there for the last 2 weeks have been asking me about relationships, how to approach them, stuff like this. Let me know if I answered your questions, if this is what you're talking about. If not, ask me again, tell me again, okay? Good luck out there. Don't be scared to fail, to make mistakes. It's how we learn. Just try to protect yourself. Own something from these past toxic relationships. Everything they did to you was never your fault. Not your fault at all. We just find something that we can own about it, meaning something we can do differently next time. Okay? And all this learning is just about you. It's about learning about who you are. So important. Maybe that's why we're all here. Thanks, guys. Ask questions, please. Let me know what you think of the video. If you want to support this, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Anybody that wants coaching, you can find me at daviddemars.com. Thank you. Love yourself first, guys. Bye-bye.